everyone, Pockets here, back again playing some more EVE Online. Today we are on Keltoran. I'm going to do something a little different just for a break. But first I want to apologize for no video yesterday. I successfully fit up a salvaging destroyer on Cursed and attempted to fly around low sec finding wrecks, or at the very least get blown up, something exciting. And I don't know if it was time of day or if there's something else going on, but it was so quiet down there I didn't see another person on grid. I saw a couple in local, a couple neutrals, but nothing. No wrecks on any gates or at any of the faction warfare combat plexes. Nothing. So I couldn't, without scanning down for drones or something, I couldn't find anything to do. I flew around for like 2 hours and just nothing. So I docked them up and decided that video just was going to be boring. So we're going to try something else with him here in a bit. But I did want to just show another way that I run level 4 missions. So I've logged on to Kel, freshly moved back to high sec from low sec for now to help out in Malro. Oh, which reminds me, the other reason, I'll get back to that thought. Also, last night there was a war deck that looked like it was going to pop off on a very aggressive note. So I made sure I was available for that and talked to the CEO of the War Decking Corp and ended up resolving it peacefully. So that war deck is over and we should see no problem from that. So Malro can get back to business as usual for now. All war decks are done, and so that's great. So that's why there was no video yesterday. The first video I tried to do earlier didn't work, and I just didn't have time to record another one before the war was supposed to take off. So that was good. There was a slight show of force from our Fed Up brothers, and then some chatting with the War Decker, who backed off, decided that he didn't want to fight us, he didn't need to fight us because whatever, his choices. And yeah, so that's great, and I appreciate that we're not at war anymore, so now Ro can get back to doing what it does. And so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to take Keltoran back into high sec for now. In his Gila he used to use for running, as I showed on Pockets, for combat sites, but I can also run level 4 missions in it. Now, this is not the most efficient way to run level 4 missions. It's not the fastest. It's not any cheaper than buying a battleship. The advantage it has is it's a little quicker to train into, which is why Pockets trained to this instead of a battleship, because you only need to train your cruisers up to a decent level, both Caldari and Galente. A little bit of missile skills, so you can fit rapid light missile launchers. Train to Tech 2s if you want. There's benefit in Tech 2 missiles sometimes, but not necessary. And it flies faction drones, and technically only 2 of them, though I always train drones to 5 because it's dumb not to. So you don't even need to train Tech 2 medium drones, and you can run level 4 missions if you're careful. So that's what I'm going to show you today. Now keep in mind, this, again, not the most efficient way to do it, and the mission we pulled is a bit of a long one. So we pulled a Blockade with the Serpentis, which is perfect. So step 1 is to fit out the ship with the proper ammunition and check our cargo. So we are flying Scourge light missiles. I don't need Tech 2s. This is literally just for clearing out frigates that get a little too close. Drones are going to do most of the work. As always, it's the same fit you've seen. Kinetic and thermal hardeners. And the regular normal stuff. If you want this fit, let me know. I will repost it again, but I've shown this fit at least twice now in the last month or so, so I'm not going to go through the details again. But again, it's not much cheaper or any cheaper. It's like when I bought this one for Kel, it was like almost a year ago now, 2 years. It was much more than this. It was like $350. It's come down a bit, but it's still not any cheaper than a battleship. It's just a little quicker to train. So we're going to do this Blockade mission. This is for Roden shipyards because that's out where we live. Kel does not do Sisters of Eve, but similar theories here. So we got the damage type missiles for Serpentis, we got the armor hardeners, and we're going to go ahead and get in on this. It's actually right in this system, which is nice. We'll just warp to it. And hopefully I don't screw this all up, because it's been a while since I've run a level 4 in the Gila. But I'll show you how I usually do it. Now, in most of these missions, the highest priced battleship is your trigger. And so you want to kill him last, especially in this case, because you don't want a whole lot of extra DPS on the field, even though you can do it. Mostly we're going to speed tank the battleships, and then the buffer tank is for the smaller stuff, and we just work our way from frigates up in class, and then hopefully killing the trigger last. Sometimes you pop the trigger early because it's not the most expensive one, but if you're not going to dig in too deep to the research, that's a good kind of way to go by it. This one has a lot of triggers, if I remember correctly, like 4, 5 maybe. A lot of battleships, so there'll be lots of bounties. Normally I'd bring a mobile depot and throw it out there to collect the wrecks, and then we can come back and salvage them, but for this video I'm not going to bother looting and salvaging. I'm just going to kill the stuff. So here we are, and the very first thing we do is we look 543, so it's one of these two. One of the rear admirals probably, or maybe it's the odd one out, the one admiral. Hard to say. We're going to orbit this guy. Oh crap, let's get moving. I need to orbit them at 30. And what you do is you want to, we're webbed, so we got to find the webbing. It's probably the stasis tower, so we're going to get him gone first. And we're going to use Vespas for the kinetic damage. The Webber is going to be our most dangerous because it slows us down and we can't speed tank the battleship, so it needs to go. And our missiles don't reach out to 36, so we're going to put them on there too just to get it out of here. You can see we're taking a bit of damage, but that's because we're not up to speed. And then we're going to start with the destroyers. And the guy that we're orbiting, so that's gone. We're going to get up to speed here in a second. Let's go ahead and put him on here. We'll put missiles on here too. Okay, which one are we going to do? So we have this one. This is the Admiral. This is the guy we need to orbit. Whoops, damn it. I got to set that up. I forgot to check that. 30. We'll get up to speed on that guy. He's the one we destroyed last, so we won't even target him yet. Keep our drones on our targets. So you'll see our tank will start to even out here momentarily. You're going to see that they're going to start missing because we're up to speed. This fit on Keltoran does more damage than it did on Pockets. It won't even bother using missiles. I need to put these all together. I'm not going to split them up for this because it's too much to work with. And we'll reload them all for the next wave. They don't do much against missiles. And you can see our shields are actually regenerating. So it does, with missiles and everything, it's like 615 DPS, which is a little bit more than we get with a similar fit on Pockets because I got more skills on Kel. And yeah, so once you've got your cruisers and destroyers and frigates killed and anything that webs and scrams, you just orbit your final target. We'll put him at the end here since we'll be okay. Now there's a chance one of these will spawn it, but it should be this guy because he's 800,000. And he's the odd one out. And that's usually you're given. And yeah, so you can see, just pounding away. It takes a little longer. With the battleship, we'd be a little faster, but when I was doing it with Kel before, I did it in a Raven from like 150 kilometers, so a lot of my time was waiting for missiles to travel 150 kilometers or 130 kilometers, whatever it was. I just like this because it's a quicker one to train into. You don't have to train cruise missiles, which, as I discussed, are pretty useless outside of some niche PvP stuff. And outside of missions, you generally don't see too much for cruise missiles. At least I haven't. And I probably, if I do go into doing level 4s with Kelligan and any sort of scale, I'll get a Dominix or a Rattlesnake for the drones, again, because they're a little bit faster. We can do them in that. We'll also get the cruise missiles because I already trained the skills if we do a Rattlesnake. But yeah, so this is it. We're going to go through several waves. So as you can see, it's going to take us a little while. Why am I not orbiting this guy at 30? Orbit 30. Also, we need to watch our drones. They're doing just fine. Okay, so we're probably going to take a little damage as we close in here because I got out. I'm also going to go ahead and set this to 30. Don't split fire. I still have them on. Split fire from drone running event sites earlier. So like normally I'd like to loot and salvage these using a mobile depot, but we're not going to bother today, as I said. Mostly I do that to help industry with Malraux, so I give them the loot or sell them the salvage and loot, and my industry guy just does what he needs to do with it because I can't be bothered. And yeah, so we'll get these 3 battleships down and we will continue on. I am going to do this as just a raw recording so you can see how long it takes. Again, a Blockade is one of the longer ones because, well, you can blitz it by killing the triggers. I don't like risking the DPS getting that high on my Gila here. So easy peasy. And again, it's a more casual thing. I just keep an eye on local. If there's a possible threat in the area, like if we are under war deck, I'll watch and warp out if I need to. But in this case, normally if I'm not recording, I can work on some back-end documentation for Malraux or watch some Netflix videos or hang out with the wife and kids because I can sit here hands off while I'm orbiting this last guy and kind of just watch the drones, make sure they don't go on the Admiral. And other than that, it easy peasy. You can see my shields are going to be almost fully recharged before the next wave. And we shouldn't have too much trouble now because I don't think we're going to see more webbing. We might, but I doubt it. We'll have to watch for it, but usually it's just the stasis towers. Occasionally on these level 4 missions, you will see a webbing scramming, especially from frigates. So it's fine because we take frigates out first anyway. And yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the diplomacy side of the war deck worked. Our fed up brothers showed up in our Discord and, you know, a show of support, and you know, I explained to the war decker what Malro was about, and he realized that we weren't just, you know, a dead high sec corp or a guy taking advantage of new bros. We were actually doing something good. So between the two, he decided that he just didn't want to fight and canceled the war deck. It didn't cost us anything, just put that out there. I didn't pay him off or anything. It was his decision in the end to back down or to leave us be. So I appreciate it, because again, we can get back to business and get back to running full missions in our actual ships and not, you know, tiptoeing around in cheap stuff most of the time. Though the two war decks before it were nothing. He did at the outset. He parked two, I think they were golems, they're battleships or marauders of some kind. He parked them on our Astra house, but again, nothing become of it. So I'm just going to orbit one for now, and we'll figure out which one we're going to kill once we get the drones. The first one is our trigger. Once we get, oh no, I don't want those yet. I want these first. These are going to be the tricky ones. We're going to start untargeting things. Make sure the drones aren't taking damage. Can I just return you? They're not even in range yet. So rather than letting them shoot my drones, I just return them to my hold until we get closer. It was just two groups, didn't it? Yeah, so there's a battleship over there. No, that's the smaller stuff group. So we're going to get over to these battleships. We'll start orbiting one. You can see dampening as well, so that's going to be a problem, but that's okay. Are these guys closing in? If I scroll out, they should start closing in. There's some more stuff down here, but we're going to get onto these battleships because our tank, again, is by circling battleships. Now we're going to see. So the Port Admiral probably? No? 7. So it's this guy here, the Vice Admiral. We're going to orbit him at 30, which is the one we picked, which is great. And we're going to start targeting these things because they're going to be the more damage. Oh, we're being dampened by these guys. So this is where we get a bit of a problem. So we just have to wait till they're done their cycle here. Try to target them and get our drones on them. I'm going to go ahead and put them in space so I can do it quickly. This one and this one. This is the problem running Serpentis sites. It's this dampening bit. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. No, I don't want that. And we'll put missiles on there as well to hurry it up. And then we'll try to get this guy as well. So that should be where the dampening comes from. We can hopefully get them both killed out relatively quick. Why are my missiles not reaching? 36, they should reach there momentarily. We are now orbiting our battleship of choice, and you can see they are doing damage, but I'm tanking it easy. We'll work through both of these guys because they're the dampeners. I don't see these guys, if once they get closer, are going to be a problem too. That's okay, we can get them from a certain distance. I don't, normally, I didn't bother doing it this time because I didn't have one and I didn't feel like going to market to get it, but I usually swap out my probe scanner for drone link augmenter so I can get an extra little bit of range out of my drones. Again, to help combat this, so I can target these guys out a little further, get the drones on them before they dampen me, but I think we'll be okay. You see we're whipping around and we're just gonna target these guys. They're coming, right? Come on. Tell me you're coming. Yeah, they're coming at me, mostly. If we have to, we'll fly down there, but we're gonna get our traversal down on the battleships and they'll start actually hitting me. So I'd like them to just come to me. There's some dampening. Who is it? Okay, I've already got my guys on them, so that's gonna go away. We might have to go and get these guys. So if we can do it in a way that doesn't get us killed, we're gonna go like this. And that should be okay. We're gonna go and try to catch some of these guys before they can do too much badness. This thing should be almost dead. Yep, there it goes. And we're gonna get these guys targeted and we'll try to get our drones on them. I'm gonna return them so they don't take out the wrong battleship for now. There's some more dampening coming from these, as I said. So this could get a little hairy as I'm flying away from the battleships. They're going to start actually being able to hit me at some point. Can I target these? I'd like to get these guys, but they are not in range of my drones. I think this guy is now. I think I can do 50. Let's double check that. What my actual drone range is 54, so not bad. In fact, we're going to start targeting some of these guys so we can switch our drones to it, and I will use missiles on these when they get in range. Let's get over here. Get some of these dampers out of here. And we're just kind of going to orbit one of these to keep our traversal up against the battleships as much as we can. So we do have a battleship in close. This is good. We can actually orbit our Vice Admiral again. We'll orbit him at 15. Oh, couldn't target that guy, but the drone's already on him. So we'll just watch where our drones are. We can see them here. Make sure they're on the right targets, and we'll use these as buffers if we need to switch them up. Let's start getting these cruisers, not the battleships. We can't even target up to 36 right now. 29, he says. Alright, and where's our drones? They're still shooting that guy. That's fine. With any luck, they'll switch to one of the dampers. We can actually missile these guys out, so let's do that. What we don't want is them targeting this guy. Come on, let me target these. Get the, oh, we got another cycle. Where's the drones? They're there. Shooting this guy. That's him. And okay, got one down. Can we target this guy? Get our drones on the right thing. Where are you going? Yep, they're going after this guy, so that's perfect. And as you can see, we're taking a bit of damage, but nothing big. We're just going to keep it scrolling in and looking around and making sure things are going as per plan. And the dampening, as I said, is a bit of a pain in the butt, but we can get through it. So as long as the drones keep picking the right targets, and we're going to missile this guy to death. And we'll keep this one, because these will be the main things hitting us. Oh yeah, we can't even target out to that range anymore. Come on, get the dampening gone so I can get this out. Where are you guys going? You're heading into this group, so that's good. You'll probably take out one of these guys. Shouldn't be going for this, because they're not hitting us, so they're not a threat. He might end up going up to these. If they go after these, I won't care. I'll let them. It's just this one right here that we don't want them shooting for now. I mean, I prefer they take out these dummies in there. Where are you going? Where are you going? Yeah, going after that guy. That's perfect. And they're still okay. Nope. Nope. Okay, we're gonna have to do something about that. So we're gonna sort of go this way and get closer to these things. Our tank is holding, so I can do this. What range? 29. We have to get really in there. We'll let him shoot that for a bit. It'll take him a while to kill it anyway. We need to get in on this guy. And these 4 cruisers need to go down. 21 now, because we're getting more damps on us. That's okay. We're kind of flying right into the fire, but that's okay. Tank is holding. And this is normally level 4s again. In this case, usually I sniper fit with a... Here's kind of like 13 now. Okay. Not a problem. We'll just keep on keeping on. At some point, some of them will fall off. There we go. We can get one of these. Let's try to get... Can we get this one? He's the one currently on us. And we want him. Right, Jones, yeah, take him. That's cool. And now we can go back to orbiting our core Vice Admiral. Orbit at current. So we don't take too much. Yeah, so we didn't take too much of the damage. We got our drones where we want them. We want this cruiser targeted as well if we can. We'll get these 2 battle cruisers lined up after him. They're actually there. Get on there. I'm just going to force them to target my targets. And we'll get some missiles on this guy as well. Let's kill him quick. Once these 2 are gone, we shouldn't have any more dampening on the field. And then we can worry about the battle cruisers, and then we can work on battleships. We'll get our traversal back up here momentarily. The battleships will stop hitting us, and everything is going back to plan. Target these guys up. We can't, because there's dampening again from this guy. Get our drones and missiles on him quick. And then we'll reload our missiles. Mostly I'm just trying to get these guys killed quick as quick. And here we go, we're starting to recharge. Yeah, I think we're okay. You can see the captains are hitting us, but the bigger stuff are not, so that's good. We can tank 2 battle cruisers, no issues. And we'll put our drones on. Oh, I guess they picked one, but I switched them. And we'll reload. and we'll start targeting our battleships now that there's no dampening on the field. We'll get these two first, then we'll put our Vice Admiral at the end, and that'll be wave 2 of, I think, 4. So this is going to be an entire video, probably be about 40-45 minutes, and I will try to keep it interactive and chatty. And we'll see. Yeah, there's nothing in the intels, everything seems to be going well. I don't see anybody flashy red, and even if we do, the ones that are here should be surrendering. The war deck still says it's going to be active for one of the groups in like a day, but I've already accepted the surrender, so I imagine it'll pop and then pop the surrender notice. I think they pulled right out of the system right after, because I haven't seen them since. So, no. I don't know who you're shooting, but you gotta go shoot this guy. Can you go shoot this guy for me? Drones. This is my hotkey not working. I recalled them. I clicked the wrong button. This one is my go get 'em drones. I recalled my drones because I'm smart. I have it mapped to my Corsair Scimitar mouse buttons. So 5 and 5 is attack target, and 4 is recall on my thumb, and I hit 4 instead of 5. So, but you can see shields are almost back up to full now, and you can see where the value is. Like the battleships are 5. We're gonna get like 1 million, just about 2 million per wave, maybe a little more. I think bounties will work out to be something like 18 to 20 million for doing this. So it is worth it. It's fun if you enjoy doing it. There are faster ways to make it, because I mean let's just say 18 million per half hour. Do I have damping on me somewhere? No. Why did these guys lose target? That's weird. Go get this guy. They must have triggered one for a second before I killed him. One of these guys. Maybe. But that's okay. This is the guy we don't kill right away, so we put him at the end. And again, as I said, there's a small chance one of these will trigger, but it's usually the odd one out and or the most expensive one. So this is how I run level 4 missions for now. I might try, because I like the idea of the Machariel, and Cal could fly one. So I might get him a high-sec Machariel, try it that way with autocannons again, just to see. But that's going to be a while, because right now all of my ISK went into getting ships for the potential war. And I'm not going to just sell them, I'm going to keep them. So, you know, we're a little low right now, 200 mil. What wallet do I have for the corp? Yeah, we don't keep much money in that one. Whichever one I have set Cal set up on, I think that's petty cash. You don't need to know it. Financials. Alright, so yeah, you can see shield's almost full regen. They're just missing me because I'm traveling at 500 and I have a good signature radius and speed tanking battleships. Building up a pile of wrecks. So usually when I loot these types of sites, I make another between 10 and 20 million ISK, taking the time to salvage it. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and bookmark this. Save location. Since it's in the same system. Rex, what's the date? Oh, drones are on the right one, so Rex 01920, I think. Eve time. Yeah, 0119. 0119 at 18, say 1900. I'll do it right, 1853. Because you have 2 hours before the Rex despawn, so I mark the date and time, and then when I go back later, if there's one I forgot to delete, I know to delete it because everything's gone. So what I'll probably do is once I've done this site, I'll end the recording and I'll come back out in my salvager and just salvage it. But yeah, so this will be wave 2, almost done. And we'll see what wave 3 brings us. But for the most part now, on some of these bigger ones, like I know the Blockade well enough that I can get through it without looking at survival. Blockade, I used to do Angel Extravaganza. I'd probably refresh on that one if I get one. The other one is, what's it called? It's something to do with Gauntlet, maybe? Hang on. I don't remember what it's called. But you basically have like a bunch of ships at the beginning, and there's 3 triggers, and each trigger starts a wave a chain of waves. So you want to work your way down each chain individually. So you kill the 1 trigger ship, and then you kill its wave in a particular order, and then it spawns another wave. And then once you've gone through that, you go back and target one of the other original ships and work down the chain. And that one's pretty fun too. I do that in the Gila all the time. It's just be careful not to trigger too much. Sometimes I'll trigger multiple waves if things are far away. I'll just start the next wave anyway while they close in. It's pretty cool. So if I get one of those, I might record it. I'm not entirely sure I want to go back to level 4 missions on Kel just yet. He's been running refuges and dens in a confessor for now, just because I wanted to. I'm going to get an escalation from that, and I will record that as well coming up. And Cursed, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with him, because low sec salvaging is just it's valuable, but I'm used to scanning down, say, abandoned drones with a core pro or a combat probing down for abandoned drones. You scoop up the drones, and usually when you find abandoned drones, it means there was some sort of battle there, whether that's an anomaly site or a PvP battle happened in a plex or something. So I will usually, hang on, I think this will be him anyway. So we'll start orbiting him, we'll get our targets ready at one day. They're really far out. So we have 5, 7 for the Vice, and 2 more 5s. Yeah, so this Vice guy is the right one. That's the one we're gonna kill last. We are orbiting him at 30, and we're gonna close the gap. I'm gonna start worrying about targeting these guys. I'm getting damped by frigates. That's okay. They're gonna come in close. My drones may actually go after them. We'll have to see. We're gonna scroll out so we can see where the drones go. If they go after the battleships, I'm gonna have to call them back. But let's just wait for that cycle to be done right here. It's also, yeah, both frigates. Okay, come on. Oh, we got a new cycle. So it's a chance mechanic on the dampening, that it's a chance it's going to hit. So sometimes you'll just wait and it won't damp. We got hit again by 1. So we're getting close to this guy, 36. If they both fail. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Where did the drones go? Who are you going after? I'm making you go after this guy. Please. Yeah, make you go after this guy. We'll missile him as well. We want them dead. And then we can start targeting the... Nope, we can't start targeting those. We're going to get these 2 cruisers highlighted, and we'll get this guy targeted. These guys are really far out. I'm going to have to fly over there to get them. This is when having 150 kilometer range really shines. And this is the guy we don't want to kill. So we're actually going to head over this way. We're going to orbit this guy. Put our drones on this guy for now. And we'll probably take some damage from these 2 battleships as we go this way, and from those 2 battleships as we go that way. But you can, if you have the time, you can circle in, so you could go this way a bit and sort of bring it in loose and keep your traversal up. But pretty sure with the numbers, my tank is going to hold just fine. And these guys should be coming in, right? Are they coming in? Yeah, see, they're kind of coming in as well. So we'll just orbit one of these battleships. Doesn't matter which. And we're going to recall the drones after this, because they're probably going to go straight after this guy. We don't want to kill him yet. Wave 3, because it should trigger a 4th wave. And I mean, we could probably take it, but being careful, right? Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Might actually get close enough to 50 kilometer target range, so I can't even shoot my drones out as far as I can target. No, we want you to return in orbit. And then we'll see if we can put you on these guys. So yeah, obviously they are hitting me. Still not too bad. I'm still going fast enough, which is great. There we go. Put our drones back. We're going to put our drones on this guy here. Alright. So I don't know if I mentioned it. The attack target is the F key. Learn it and love it. Or remap it to something you will know. And Shift R is to return. There is a hotkey that was added for launching drones, and I haven't actually gone and played with that yet, because I've played with drones for so long without it that I haven't bothered. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and orbit you at 30 now, because no, don't shoot him, please and thank you. And yeah, so there's no problem there. So yeah, I haven't played too much with the launching drones. You can set a favorite, and I was gonna put them on a hotkey so I can just launch it, but because it switches depending on what rats I'm fighting, I just didn't bother, and I'm so used to dragging them out of this window. Like, you can right click and launch, you can circle launch. I just click and drag into space, it's what I got used to. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pain when you're in like tie-dye. So I could see having an alternate method for launching drones to be a little more useful, but it hasn't been an issue yet. And so I'm just going to chill out, orbit our Vice Admiral again, which I think I already set up. Just keep doing things to make sure I'm doing it. And yeah, completely cap stable, 600 DPS with the missiles. I don't remember what it is without. We'll do this so we can make sure we get on the right target. We're just going to go like that. If I don't have missiles, so if we highlight this, so 475 alone is from drones, and the other 191 DPS, or whatever it's going to be, I think it's the calculating with the without reload, so 136 is from these. We could bring this up by using T2 missiles and drones, but that's expensive, and or turrets, T2 turrets and ammo, not drones, and that would bring our damage up a bit here. But since it's mostly here, you could use no, go here. He's too far, but that's okay. You know what? One extra battleship on the next wave isn't gonna matter. We could up these to like faction. I don't think we need it. That'll increase our damage a little bit, like Kildari or Galente, something, Federation damage amps or something. And you could pimp all this out as well, or bling all this out with flashy. But as you can see, it's not really needed. And I don't do this for kill time or for clear times, because no matter what I do, it's not going to be as fast as a properly fit battleship. So I don't bother. And this is why I don't run level 4 missions very much, because it does take a while in this ship. We are at 31 minutes so far of this recording, and we're about halfway through. I like watching them do their work. I can sit here and listen to the guns. We go like this. You know, get ourselves some screenshots of things exploding like this. Zoom in a bit. You can watch that explosion as it drifts past. We're not orbiting anymore, so I'm going to have to get back in there and make sure I'm not just stopping. Oh, so it did trigger a wave. It's okay. We're still moving at full speed, so we have a minute. Let's get, can't get anything locked up. Let's get this guy orbiting for now. And then we'll find out which battleship we actually want. There is a port, no, not port. Rear Admiral. Core Admiral is the big one. Core High Admiral, there's the guy. That'll be the one, I'm almost sure of it. So this is the one we want. Now, where are these guys? They're split up. And who are you? You're the one we left behind. And you're the Core High Admiral down here. So we're going to go to this group. We're going to orbit this guy. We're going to wipe out this smaller group first. 16 kilometers, because we're being damped all to shit. All the cruisers, all the cruisers, all the frigates. Drones are off doing their work over there. They can kill anything over here. Our main target's in this group, and eventually we'll probably take him out if he comes close, but he's the leftover from the last wave. And this is like wave 4, so we'll see if we can start actually targeting this guy. No, 13 kilometers still. We're gonna have to make sure we get him on these guys. We are closing the distance, so I don't think it'll be a problem. And he should target, priority is over here. Just gotta watch those drones. They have a mind of their own. There's nothing stopping them from going all the way over here for their next target. So we'll see. They're just doing the work, eh? Can I drop these? That'd be great. So I could target these and make sure I get them gone. It's these 3 cruisers next, if I can do it. Looks like the drones are on one of the cruisers, which is great. I'll wait for that. Okay, got another refresh. So we got like 3 damps on us. Yeah, we're getting freaking damned hard here. This is why drones are good for missions, because you can just, if you can just tank the whole site, you just let the drones do everything. Pick their own targets. Go pick one of these guys, come on. That'd be nice. Looks like they are, yep. 13 kilometers. Just gonna wait for one of these to disappear. We should be able to target them soon. I think we're actually gonna cut across like this, just to close this gap and just to make sure we get these guys gone. I can't shoot missiles at them right now, so, and I could switch to auto-targeting missiles, but I've never really used them and don't feel there's no. Good thing I can target you, haha. You can go after these guys in a second, okay? Come on. Perfect. This guy's a little far away, and since we're cutting through here, we're gonna keep our traversal up so we shouldn't see too much. They're hitting me a little bit because I've turned, so we're just gonna go ahead like this. Just orbit this guy now. And these guys are closing in, and we're gonna go. There's our core. Where is he? This guy. This guy's the boss. Alright, so that should be the dampening gone. We can get back to just doing our thing. No. That's just standings. I gotta click on it because it won't let me not. Brain won't let me not click on those. And yeah, so not a whole lot of news other than that war deck. That was fun. I do like talking to people, so in the end, once they surrender, we just talked about Eve for about an hour after, half an hour after, so that was cool. And yeah, let me know what you guys think I should do on Cursed, because I don't want to just leave Cursed sitting idle while he trains for battleships better. I want to do something with him, but it has to be something we can do without training. So I'm not training for scanning or anything, because the whole point is that he's training for battleships. So I might actually I could enroll him in Faction Warfare for a couple weeks and do some frigate stuff in Faction Warfare. That could be fun. And that's probably where I'm leaning. I thought the salvaging in low sec would be fun, but turns out I was wrong. And it wasn't fun. Oh, we got some stuff here. So that wasn't the trigger. As you can see, there's a case where the trigger ended up not being that guy. So on this one, there's going to be the one we could actually finish it. I think it's this guy. If we wanted to, we can orbit this guy, and we're going to do that. Oh no, missiles aren't going to reach that far. What you thinking? I'm actually going to try this now that we've just got everything. This should be the last wave. So the DPS is here where it's going to be. We'll take out the frigates, and then we'll orbit this last guy, the Core Lord Admiral, 1.2 million, and he'll be the one that finishes the site. So I'll take him out. There shouldn't be another wave. This was 5, so I'll let you finish that guy since we've already done damage to him. Oh, missiles are reaching the frigate now, so I just forgot to turn it off. That's funny. I said I was going to turn it off and I didn't. But yes, I think this is the last wave if I remember correctly, and this will be the guy. If not, we're going to get a big wave and we'll see if we can tank 2 waves worth of guys, I guess. Let's put our missiles on this guy. It should only take 4. That should be plenty. And we'll target up a couple more of these battleships just so we have them. Normally I'd work my way through them in order, just as before. But I'm pretty sure this is the one we want right here. So we'll let our drones finish this guy. Can I missiles? Why did my missiles stop? Can I missile you? Thank you. I hit F1 instead of something else. That's why. We'll put our guys on here. This should be the last wave. If I made a mistake, tank is holding. And once I get up to speed around this guy, I shouldn't be taking too much more. You can see they're hitting me for like 80. Yeah, that's okay. Didn't kill him. But he's not dampening me, and my drones are working on this guy, so I can wait for the reload. I'll finish him off after that. He'll recharge a bit of shields. La 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 la. Humming a little tune, shooting rats, relaxing day in space. Looks like there's some fitting discussion going on in Malro. Some scanning stuff, that's pretty cool. And yeah, this guy's almost dead. We'll see if it check marks the thing off, and then I'll leave the rest because the idea would be to come back and do another mission. Once it's completed and I run and I fly away, everything else will just leave. But there we go. Kill this guy with missiles. Kill that guy with drones. We'll look for the green check mark. We'll recall drones and we'll dock up. Serpentis don't like us. Killing things. So we'll be leaving like a couple of million, 4 million maybe on the field if I don't clear it up, but it's going to take me at least another 30 minutes. So we'll get this guy gone, make sure that's the right move. Oh, this guy's still here. Frigates are mostly a danger to my drones, but even then one frigate is not going to break the shield tank on a Vespa under Gila bonuses, so I'm not too worried about it. And there's no scrams. The frigate probably could if he got close, so we'll have to watch for that. Check mark. So there we go. Normally I would clear this up and salvage it because that's why I do the missions with this guy. Is that Rodin? Yeah. We'll align. We leave this on because I don't want to lose my speed and take a bunch of damage. But once we're aligned and the drones are in, we can turn it off and dock up. Mission complete. So it's a kind of a pseudo blitz, and we did it, and that's that. So that's how I normally run level 4s nowadays. Used to use battleships, and that's why I went with Cursed and doing the battleship mode. Just needs a couple more skills, I think, and he'll be fine. If that doesn't work out, we'll see where we go from there, but I do want to give it a fair chance to get the skills right, so we'll do something. I think I'm leaning towards joining the Faction Warfare. I'll join Fed Up with Cursed, and he's docked up in Fleet right now anyways. So I'll do that, and I'll work on getting him some ships down there, and show you how you get paid to do Faction Warfare. We'll do some offensive and defensive plexing, and that'll be that. But there's a level 4 mission, beginning to end. It was a pretty long one, 40-ish minutes. Not doing a full clear, but close to. And there you go. So hope that helps somebody. It's a way that I like doing missions in the Gila. One day I will get another battleship and we'll go do that as well. But for now, that's what I got. Hope you enjoyed the video. If it helped you or you enjoyed listening to me ramble on for 40 minutes, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And take care. Fly safe. And I'm out of here.